karanasan ko po, yun ang ba natin sa lahat ng media. Media educators and journalists called to defend press freedom.
This corruption in media will contribute
May dala po akong paborito ninyong pansit!
For more than 20 years, actor and comedian Jon Santos has been gracing television, films, and the theater stage with his impersonations of politicians and celebrities to the delight of fans and admirers. He is popularly known for his impersonations of, among many others, Governor Vilma Santos Recto, former President Fidel V. Ramos, Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, and Mayor Joseph Estrada.
We are at the gala opening of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. It's cocktails, it's a big party, and we have moments helping to get everybody's groove on. His most recent endeavor is playing the role of Bernadette in the hit musical Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Bernadette is a transsexual who, along with her two drag queen companions, played by Leo Tavaro Valdez and Red Concepcion, go on an epic adventure on their pink bus, Priscilla. What do you think of the show?
Just one word, fabulous. All the production numbers with the divas are just amazing. The costumes are wow.
Highly energetic, a lot of fun. Oh, the dancing was fantastic. Choreography was really great.
Yung hype, yung message, this is it. It's really more fun in the Philippines with this project.
This world-class musical is staged at the Newport Theater of Resorts World Manila and runs till the 13th of July. And it promises to be a fun performance that is sure to shake your groove thing. Good evening, you're watching News Cafe on the Solar News Channel. I'm Mitzi Borromeo. Tonight, I have the pleasure of talking with a multifaceted entertainer, one of the most original and among the best comedians in the Philippines, known for his spot-on impersonations of personalities like Governor Vilma Santos, Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, and Chris Aquino. He is now one of the stars of the hit musical Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. A warm welcome to Jon Santos. Good evening, Jon.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you for being here tonight.
And thank you for having me. Thank you for joining us opening night.
Yes,
Priscilla.
we will talk all about that later. Now, we'd like to start on your career and how you got to where you are right now. Now, it may surprise many that you came from a military family. So your father and grandfather and all were you ever pressured to join?
No, it would, because I was apo number 3. I was grandson number 3. So there were 2 ahead of me who had more pressure, and they were both juniors. So with me, it would have pleased them if I was the first one, had I been the first one, but no pressure naman. No pressure naman. My father was aide-de-camp to my grandfather. So his father-in-law was his boss for a while. So they were both soldiers. And my mother's brothers were both from the military. My lolo was from the military. And it was such an honor very, very recently when I was part of a tribute to my lolo, who was a veteran. And was able to speak sa libingan ng mga bayani. And it felt good that I had an opportunity to talk about him in his military life and how he touched all of our lives, even those who didn't follow his footsteps exactly.
What was it like growing up with them? Was there a lot of very straightforward discipline, or?
Yes, it was. It was very, very the opposite of touchy-feely, mushy, malambing,
so sabi mo,
verbal.
Hindi kayo nag-I love you. You're not very expressive, no?
They were formal. They expressed love another way, I guess.
And brutal.
Yes, yes. And he was strict. There was, tama ba, reverent fear.
Yes.
I feared them. I feared authority. He was like Von Trapp. To his children, even my aunts and uncles and my mom. My father called him sir for a while. I could remember him calling him sir. So that was that.
Yeah.
But it was offset by wonderful, loving, feisty, funny women.
Yeah.
So there were the very, very strict, fierce men, and there were the wonderful, loving, crazy, funny matrons.
Yeah.
So nagsanib dito.
Well, interestingly, and speaking of the matrons, your grandmother won the title of Carnival Queen in Argao.
Oh, yes.
So that entertainment bug then
Oh, may
came.
halo palang beauty.
Oo nga, may beauty pala. So
Thank you.
nandiyan nanggaling yung celebrity
Yes.
status mo.
I'm from a family where the women married early. So, the women met their apo sa tuhods. So, grandmothers and grandparents and grandchildren have very special friendships. In fact, my parents now, their grandparents, they know na yung mga anak nila had a special bond with their parents. And they agree that, you know, if grandchildren were this much fun, we would have skipped the kids. My grandmothers, I think, were instrumental in helping my parents understand me more. Pre-coming out.
Yeah.
You know, the coming out happened with not so many words.
Right.
Tanggap, ano na lang, immersion, exposure, and then investment of time and bonding, and then it just happened.
So it wasn't such a traumatic experience.
It
No,
wasn't,
nothing like
I suspect it is not as uncommon.
Yeah. Well, you graduated with a degree in economics at UP. You wanted to be a teacher.
Hindi man lang home economics.
Oh, economics.
Kasi
Ano
mahilig ako
nangyari
maglata.
dyan? Why did you decide to leave?
Middle class. You know, my father was self-made businessman in the construction world. My mother worked in the government. So two 9-to-5 people from 9-to-5er families. Not a single performer on either side. So performing was something that would not have been a good move if you were looking for encouragement.
Yes.
And I really didn't even know. Hindi ko alam na pwede itong gawing productive, wise career plan for the rest of your life to put food on the table para hindi na humingi sa magulang at bubukod ka na maaga at maghuhulog ka na bahay. Middle class, you know, the culture was you finish, you find something that can put food on the table quickly, ma-hire ka agad, tapos mag-aabot ka na. You know, that kind of culture. So performing was not going to be the most viable choice.
how
So
did you-
office, I didn't even know what to do with it when I was taking it up. Una, business administration, then I like the accounting subject so much, I took them all twice.
Wow.
Hindi kasi bagsak ako ng bagsak eh. Tapos, hindi ko mundo yung numero. So, nag-shift ako to a course that would allow me to stay on campus with my remaining 4 SEMs.
Okay.
Magpi-pink slip na ako nung overstaying.
Nako.
Hindi ko naisip mag-masscom. It really is my parang chip on my shoulder that what I took up I did not use.
Yeah.
And what I do, I did not study for.
Yeah.
But now I realize I may be using economics more and more than I know.
That's true.
I was invited recently to speak to, overwhelmed na naman ako. Speak to the graduating class of the School of Economics.
Imagine
Yes,
that.
the
you see?
professors were behind me. I was talking about my journey, the student's choice. I think the theme was untraveled roads. So I realized I do supply characters that I think will be in demand. And I treat a room of audiences like incentivizing individuals. And I run my career like a businessman. So
There you go. Economics in
Pwede
everyday
na.
life.
Oo, pwede na.
Exactly. So how did you start in comedy? I heard that during college, that's when you started writing for live
Yes,
comedy. Sina Tessie Tomas and
Yes,
Nepomuceno.
I was hanging around with kids who were older. So I had mass-comm friends who graduated ahead and started having work on TV. So my first jobs were assistant writing jobs for them. Once also on campus, sa performing side naman, Tessie Tomas came over as a speaker sa mga marketing orgs. I went to her, asked for her autograph because I always liked her work in Champuy.
Yes.
Champuy,
Of course,
pinanganak na ba nun? Baka hindi ka pa pinapanganak
Medyo
ng
maliit
Champuy.
pa, pero naalala
Oo,
ko,
Champuy was a
Gargari
very
Lising.
nice laugh-in Saturday Night Live type Filipino show where a lot of the work, I hate to use the word cerebral.
But it's
Carelessly,
true.
kasi para kung sinabi hindi cerebral yung iba.
Pero
But
medyo
I saw
ganun na
this
rin.
woman was glamorous. She was not falling on a banana peel. She was not deglamorized. She was treated like a beautiful woman, and she was witty, and she was sharp, and she was spoofing weather forecasters. Whoever was in the news Monday, Thursday, nandun na siya. Friday, ginagawa ko na sa school. So, I was the pirated Tessie Tomas on campus. And she forgave me.
Yeah.
Did not sue me for plagiarism. And invited me to audition sa shows. I was
Yeah.
one of the Thomasites. So, hindi pa ako gumagraduate. I was writing a little bit for other people.
Yeah.
I was doing bit playing roles in films of my mascom friends as trainees. Mga, naku, sumayaw kong 10 oras sa pelikula ni Marcel Soriano, 150.
Wow, dyan pala umpisa
Una
ang
sweldo ko,
entertainment
150
career
pesos.
mo.
And then, doing stand-up
Yeah.
apprenticeship with Tessie. And then eventually Willie.
So they were your mentors.
Yes, oo. To this day, I think, sila yung template ko
So
for
would you
what
say
I
they
do.
were the biggest influence in terms of your career in comedy?
Yes,
They're the biggest
and also my process. Yung internal Tessie Tomas, yung external Willie Knapp. He would go beyond what the talent he will allow to spend on what it would take to look the part. Tessie would go to acting books and acting courses and extreme focused exercises to become the character she needs to portray. She would talk a certain way, then malalaman mo, in-internalize niya na may pustiso pala yung ginagaya niya, kaya ganun yung certain way of talking nung character niya. Fascinating. My two nanay and tatay in showbiz who have become personal friends.
Right. Well, how did you develop your brand of comedy? I mean, did you study it in particular? Or is it because of Tessie and Willie that you got
Immersion,
Immersion.
at saka, sabi nila, no, the long course prepares you for life, but the short course prepares you for a job. Hindi naman ako makakabalik na to do a full 4-year mascom course or acting
Right.
course. Maybe someday I can save up for it, but the occasional workshop, there's an improv workshop that I was able to fly to Bacolod for with Tessie Tomas under Peke Galiaga.
Yeah.
The Actors Workshop Foundation, they have this little being and advanced being, ultimate consciousness workshops, kila Gina Alahar. I would go to Assumption. I was welcomed as an honorary
Yes.
Assumption student by
That's
Ana Valdez
right.
Lim, my acting coach.
You're always
First
there.
Asian Juilliard graduate.
Sabi nga nila, you can impersonate so well, move from male to female, and in fact, when you do impersonate someone, that's when you know you're somebody. Because kung hindi ka ginaya ni Jon Santos, wala ka naman talagang...
Wow. Ganun,
How do you shift?
Ganun nga ba? Well,
So
kasi
easily.
napakahalaga when you choose a character, two things lang daw.
Right.
Fame and feelings about the people towards that person. They could be very, very popular kung if the people naman don't care about that person. Hindi mo pa-prioritize sa repertoire mo. So point of reference and
Right.
intensity sa people meter.
Right.
Kung matindi yung feelings. Like well, the Pope is very popular.
Yeah.
Pero at the moment, wala masyadong iniisip yung mga Pinoys about him. The same way they are really thinking about Janet na flawless. Na laman din po ng repertoire, o ni Miriam, o ni mag-expose ba si Ping. Yung siguro nga dahil si Willie at si Tessie, yung dalawa kong teacher, yung lalaki at babae, ginagaya ko na pareho.
Malabas.
And I think I managed to stay small. I have small pores, so crossing over to female
Beautiful
makeup.
skin.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe I have a face that's
Good
so
cheekbones.
changeable.
Yeah.
Nothing is too distinct. The eyes are not too big, not too small. The nose is not too big, not too small. So parang canvas.
Yeah, yeah.
Parang pwedeng, and I never really created a look that, in fact, dressing up for you today, I don't know what to look like. So nag-Johnny Depp na lang ako.
Johnny Depp ka ba? Hindi, it's not, di ba Jon Santos and Johnny Depp?
Siguro, baka complex ko, then I really don't know who I am yet. Or, alam ko naman, hindi lang kasali sa mga nilalako ko. The persona is, for the first 25 years at least, not something I think I needed to share with them. They cared more about my larger-than-life characters. Kaya din ata ako tumagal. I play people who are famous and who they care for.
Yeah.
When I go abroad, I'm with people who do not really know John the way they know my characters.
Yeah.
So I will give you people you know.
Yeah.
So siguro that's my quirk.
Very interesting. We want to see some of those characters and get deeper
Okay.
into Jon Santos, but we just have to take a short
What a
break.
frightening thought.
We'll think more about that. News Cafe will return, so stay tuned. Welcome back to News Cafe on the Solar News Channel, and we've got Jon Santos at the table tonight. Jon and his many personas.
again.
Let's take a roll call of these different personas. Mga 50 siguro yun.
Lately, sino ba? Si Ann Lakas ng Loob Curtis. Siyang current sexy, it girl, many fans, many followers, gorgeous, no other woman persona na ginagawa ko. Ano ba mga dialogue niya? Well, lately, nasa Jezebel po ako. And ano ba, please catch my concert, which is the Forbidden Concert. Si Ann Lakas ng Loob Curtis po ako. Smith. Yes, kasi anak po ako ni Res Curtis at ni Pepe's meat. Yes.
O, iharap natin siya kay Miriam, the defensive defender, Santiago.
Well, I guess I should be the one who is most adamant to be guested here because I am the most profound, intelligent, verbose, erudite celebrity you could have in front of you on your table. And I would even look at all of these celebrities. They're nothing compared to me. You know, race, gender, creed, social class. I can even be the queen of pick-up lines, etc., etc. But mind you, don't mind me, just mind you. I shall check your grammar. I shall cut your dangling participles and split your infinitives. Make your past imperfect and your future tense.
O, si Erap Estrada naman.
Ako naman po, siguro medyo mahihiya ako kung marami masyadong English na itatanong dito. Pero pagdating naman po sa pagmamahal sa aking trabaho at sa syudad ng Maynila, wala naman po siguro magsasabing ako ay nagkulang sa mga plano at plataforma. I even made the platform myself. Pero alam niyo naman yung jeep. Justice, Economy, Environment, and Peace. Yan din po sinusunod ko ngayon. Pero marami na rin po iba long before those other politicians have that mga padyak. Ako po, mayroon nadagdagan ko na yung jeep, pedicab. President Erap is dedicated in the improvement of our country's abundance of beauty. Pedicab.
Chrissy Anino.
Ay nako, marami nagsasabi parang I should really just focus on being a good first sister. Kasi although even before I become a good first sister, I think I should be a sister first. So dapat talagang isipin ko na muna ang kuya ko and help him with all of the support he needs for this country. Maybe I can be a parang presidential matchmaker
Oh
na lang.
no! O, si Kuya noon, si PNoy Anino III.
Eh, noon pa man, alam ninyo na kayo ang boss ko. Pero ang totoo po niyan, narinig niyo kanina, siya po talaga ay napakalaki ng pagmamahal at suporta sa akin. Actually, siya po ang boss ko, si Chris.
Si
May picture.
Lalabas siya mamaya. Ate Shawi. Diba you love to do?
Well, siyempre, tuloy-tuloy din ang suporta ko kay Kiko, my husband, and yan ay hindi magbabago kahit pumuti na ang buhok ko. Although nauna nang pumuti ang buhok niya. Suportahan niyo rin po si Casey. And sino pa bang mga ano?
Yung mga bago
minsan kasi pag napunta sa repertoire, medyo nag-step back sila pag nauunahan ng mga ibang mga sikat. Parang si Casey, parang kasing sikat na rin niya si Mami. Janet Lim na flawless. Naku, hindi ko nga alam eh. Parang akala nila ang dami-dami kong resources. Wala nga akong pambayad ng ospital. Minsan may maliliit na bagay lang naman ako hinihingi. Yung masanay lang ako ulit. Ma-experience ko lang ulit yung mga nakasanayan ko noon. Yung ano ba yun, yung maligo sa bathtub, sa gatas. So, pumayag naman sila, pero powder milk daw. Oo, kaya humiga ako, swimming ako sa pera, doon sa aking bathtub, sa aking jacuzzi. O, binigay naman nila, kaya lang coins. Oo, ang sakit nun ha.
Grabe. At yung bagong na-discover ko, because of your show, the Jon Santos show, si Angelica Santibanez.
Ay, nako, ang manabata.
Maldita you, mas maldita me. That's the second title.
Teka, sa katunayan, giniginawa ko, sunugin nyo nga yung staff ng show na to para hindi ako masyado ginawin. Sunugin sila lahat. I think it's a
How did you come up with
Facebook.
her? That character?
I don't really work alone. Alam mo yung sinasabi nila one-man show. In my case, hindi naman literal. I work with a nice, small skeleton team of 2 to 3 writing buddies.
Yeah.
Na 30 years ko na rin. From the dorm pa yan. Oo.
Wow.
From the dorm in UP. Kung sino in, magbubukas ng diary, maglalabas ng kape. O sige, pag-usapan natin ng visit ni PNoy, pag-usapan natin ng ni Barack Obama. A couple of writers, a couple of suking makeup artists. Occasionally is an alternating 2 to 3 musical directors kung may music na konti na mai-involve dun sa aking mga shows, sa aking mga pieces. Tulad ni Charis Penpen de Sarapenko. Oo, may music yan. May a couple of choreographers. Ay, hindi naman ako talaga mag-isa. So, isa o dalawang meeting, bubuuin nyo na yung repertoire. O sino masarap pag-usapan ngayon? Siguro kung if I had to do a show tomorrow na, palagi ko may Mami Juning. Diba? Palagi ko may Mami Juning, baka may Manny. Erap will still have something to say. Sige, mag-erap tayo, babalansin natin. Kailangan may lalaki, may babae, may current. international. Naku, wala. Ginawa ko nun si Miley Cyrus. Naku, ginina mo ko. Naka-bra and panty on. Tsaka may daliri na gumagano.
And her tongue, no? Yung
Oo,
tongue na lumalabas.
something
Lady Gaga, ginawa mo na
international.
rin.
Oo, si Be My Lady Gaga. I really like it here in Manila, especially near your studio. What is that thoroughfare? Epiphany EDSA, I think. Oh, it's nice. It's so convenient. And you can go shopping. They're selling so many things. You know, the dog that does like that, fishing pole, mineral water. And it's so convenient. They have so many drinking fountains on the side. I drank it. Oh, I didn't know it wasn't drinking fountain. It was urinal or something.
Si Oprah Winfrey, of course.
Oh my God! You should be in my book club! Yung mga ganyan. Oh, what is your presidential sister saying about me? That she is like me in your country, etc., etc. Oh, pag malapit na, there's also, natuto kami that certain shows, you cannot write too early. Too earlyly. Too early.
Too earlyly?
There are some shows that are too early to write. Kasi, maya-maya mo, biglang nagbabago agad yung news. The night before, a couple of nights before we opened this one show, panahon nun na Corina and Mar story, 2010 elections. Shortly before, ang kandidato pa nun, si Mar, biglang nag-step down. Yeah. Oh my God, magre-rewrite kayo agad kasi bilis-bilis ng balita. So marami, hindi na namin natakasan yung buhay na ang lapit-lapit lagi ng deadline.
If to keep up with the breaking news, no?
So nagre-write nyo, ano sasabihin natin? Ano sasabihin ni Kuring na nag-step down si Mar? Well, alam niyo naman, sa Pilipinas, gihinangaan natin si Tita Cory nung dineclare niya, I'll never run again. And just step down siya si FVR after niyang nag-serve. Diba? He gave way to the next one who won the election after. Kita niyo naman, hindi niyo ba hahangaan yan? Hindi pa nananalo, nag-step down na.
No, with all your
about
personas,
Mar.
even in your show, the Jon Santos show, we hardly see Jon Santos. So,
I just open and close it.
Oh, that's right. So, how would you describe Jon Santos as opposed to...
Na-experience siya without knowing it, I guess. Kasi si Tessie rin na nag-describe, parang sandwich. Yung character mo, yung dalawang tinapay. Ako yung spam na nakapalaman sa loob. You will experience still Jon Santos as take on Gloring. Kasi si Gloring, ginagawa din naman ng ibang performers. Vilma has been portrayed by other performers. Chrissy has many impersonators. Manny Pacquiao has many impersonators. So, yung pananaw ko, yung perspective ko, yung the side of the person na pinili ko impersonate, I guess that's uniquely me.
Right.
Kung ang hinanap ko kay Corina is the side of the person na naghanap ng pag-ibig despite so many critics, despite the crazy, crazy world of media and politics, hinanap niya ang kanyang heart. Or kay Erap, yung is it the Pinoy macho confidence na kahit anong gawin ko, mamahalin at mamahalin ako kasi may magic ang Pinoy male. Kung yung mga nanay Juning, I love talking as mothers.
Yeah.
Yung, mahal na mahal ko talaga si Manny. Naku, igis mo naman si Manny dito kasi pambansang kamao siya. Pero minsan, alam mo, mas successful anak mo, hindi mo na masyado nahanap. Oo, syempre, minsan mamiss ko din yung time na mamalingki kami lang dalawa sa gym sa araw, nagkakaliskis kami ng tuna. Ano, walang kaliskis ang tuna? Mas mahirap yun, ha? O, yung piniling mong aspeto ng character, Poco ang das Nanay Juning. Marami nagpa-portray sa mga characters na ginagawa ko. But my take, I guess, kaya unique is because yung nakikita ni Jon sa kanila, iba sa nakikita ng ibang performers. O yung gusto ni Jon na i-highlight sa personality ng taong ito, iba sa pinipili ng ibang performers na i-highlight.
But in terms of, let's say, political satire, mga commentaries on society or politics, you feel you can say more through different characters?
Or I could highlight more. Hindi naman ako ma-agenda. Gusto ko lang magpatawa. In the end, if ever, kung meron man akong agenda, towards the end of the show, kung saan merong si Jon na yung nakikita nila. Siguro, last 10 minutes, pwede naman na ako lumabas bilang Jon. Ina-highlight ko lang naman is makinig, magbasa, at manood. As much as you can. And then have an opinion of your own.
Yeah.
Hindi ko style yung mga ral. Hindi naman. I let the character, I let the audience conclude what they want from the characters I portray. Tsaka, may characters, alam naman nilang spoof.
Oo. So, walang pikunan, no?
Tsaka walang literal na, hindi ko ginagamit yung mga buong original na totoong pangalan nila. Para mabawasan ang pagka-series, para dalhin mo sila sa mundo ng pantasya. What if Miriam?
And exaggerated, no? Now, there's a stereotype. They say comedians are either angry or emotionally damaged. But you're very upbeat, vibrant. Would you say this is a myth? Or are
Yung
you the
mga
exception?
angry tsaka emotionally damaged, nakikita ko rin yan sa dramatic actors, sa models, sa singers.
Totoo
So
nga
hindi ko rin alam kung yung comedy at yon magkadikit. Pero I've seen all kinds of comedians. May comedians na uncomplicated, simple, lighthearted. Meron talagang comedians na ang lalim-lalim at ang dilim-dilim nung kanilang side pag hindi na sila nagpapatawa. One thing na I could understand kung may nag-conclude niyan. One thing for sure, ang comedian pag patay ang camera at hindi naman sila nakasalang at nasa lobo mo sa mall, wag mo sasabihin, mag-joke ka naman.
Oo nga, nakakainis yun. I'm sure you get
Si
that a
Nanette
lot.
Inventor, I think sa embassy, sa isang embassy, you're a comedian. Give me a joke.
Oh, no.
Sa embassy, ganun na yung it just passed you. Sabi ni
Oh, good one.
Yung pag nakapatay mo, from the little exposure one-on-one with Mang Dolphy, seryoso talaga. Pag nakapatay yung makina, Joey De Leon, Tessie Tomas, Mitch Valdez, mga serious in person.
Yeah. So what do you do? Let's say it's different when it's a live show, no? What do you do when the audience doesn't laugh? What happens in that situation?
Move on and soldier on.
Yeah.
Siguro may split second ng
Siyempre,
panic.
nervous. Oo, parang dead air.
Siguro may konting prayer. Minsan I'm another person talking to me, ayan, si Raul kasi sabi mo, mong gagamitin niya. Yan, ginamit mo. Yan, panindigan mo, itawid mo yan.
Schizophrenic talaga, no?
Kailangan mo ng presence of mind at saka ng focus. Siguro kung saluhin mo in character. May nadapa, may napunit ang damit, napatid, naputol yung takong ni Ann Curtis. There's no other shoe like this.
So improvise.
Gawin mo na lang.
Very...
At the spur of the moment. Meron ka namang meron ka namang 3-4 pang character. To
ilabas mo sila.
To save the day.
Right.
Si Rex kasi minsan 2 hours.
Si Rex
Pagpasok niya
Navarrete.
sa umpisa, may dala siyang baso ng tubig lang. And he's in a long sleeve shirt and a microphone and a point of view. At tuloy-tuloy na siya, 2 oras siya nakatayo, nagkukwento ng ganun. It's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Na dire-diretso lang siya as Rex. Gagawin niya lahat yon. I think in my case na may 5 kang baraha. May Ann ka muna, may Erap, may Imelda ka, may PNoy ka, may Charis ka. Siguro naman, mahina ito, malakas ito, mahina ito. No to show, sir. Like, minsan, yung akala mong opening number mo na ang lakas-lakas gabi-gabi, there's just one night na hindi siya okay. Tapos yung number na napaka-insecure mo, waging-wagi naman ngayon, gets nila.
Well, you've
So
been
you do
doing...
what you can.
That's true. Now, you've been doing impersonation for over 20 years, no? What is it about impersonating that you really like?
You're relieved from being you all the time. You don't, may pagka-cheating. Gumagamit ka ng maskara o crutch o sandalan para yun ang isa lang mo. Hindi ako yan. Si Erap yan. Tsaka mas tumagal siguro ako kasi ang dali ko magbago ng anyo. Yung physically, may bago kang ibang pinapakita sa kanila. Meron kang ibang itsura na pwede ihain sa kanila. Ibang buhok, ibang katawan, ibang damit. Minsan bestida, minsan lalaki, minsan Amerikana, minsan barong, minsan kalbo, minsan naka-apple the up. So, I stumbled upon a nice way of prolonging shelf life. Parang Swatch. It's the same Swiss, one of the few things I learned in marketing school. Strategized scarcity, organized scarcity, nagli-limited edition sila. But it's the same Swiss watch na plastic.
Yeah.
No, pero merong Olympic swatch, Ateneo swatch, meron pa nga UP swatch, Barbie swatch, lahat yan iba-iba, pero it's still that one swatch.
So we have many...
Yun ang presyo.
Right. All right. Well, hold that thought. We'll be talking more about the different layers of Jon Santos. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll talk about the spectacular Priscilla, Queen of the Desert musical.
Thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew too long, And I learned how to get along. So now you're all back from the place. I just walked in my ears and I got nothing for the face. Should have changed, I took it off. Should have made you excuse. I don't know just 1 second to catch you for the wind. Come on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. Just come on, welcome anymore. Hurt you, I tried to hurt you. It's like from day I can't go. And in time, oh no, not I will survive. Oh, as long as I know my love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life today. I've got all my love again. And I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, hey.
You're watching News Cafe on the Solar News Channel, and we are chatting with Jon Santos. All right,
Parang
Jon.
one way ata. Ang daldal ko, sorry.
Kasi
I will try to-
paminsan-minsan lang we have you here, so we gotta
and
get
as me.
everything from you. Now, another persona you're doing now, Bernadette in Priscilla, Queen of the
Yes.
Desert. Tell us about this musical and how it's so different from what you've done before.
The musical that is now on stage at the Resorts World, it's going to run until July. We open, thank you for joining us, opening night, May
This is lovely.
9. It runs all the way to July 9-ish, or 9, at 9.
July 14,
13,
I think,
July
or
14.
13, sorry. 13.
Was based on an Australian indie
Film,
movie.
which is based on a book, apparently.
Oo, tapos, I think si Guy Pearce, Hugo Weaving, Terence Stamp, yan
Right.
ang tatlong actors na nag-portray nun. It was a nice, small, little Australian movie that did well sa Academy Awards, especially for costume. Ang
It
daming
won an
drag.
award in 1994,
Yes.
no?
So, 3 drag queens. Yung isa hindi lang siya drag queen performer / cabaret singer. Nagpa-opera pa siya, transsexual.
That's Bernadette.
Yun si Bernadette.
Ikaw yun.
Yung
Oo.
isa, drag queen, nightclub performer. Yung mga alam nating na nasa, na-sing-along, nag-impersonate, nagli-lip sync, pero meron siyang nakaraan. Bago siya nag-come out, nag-asawa muna siya at nagkaanak. Na
Yes.
pinagtaguan niya.
Si Lea
Yung
Valdez
isa,
yun, si Tick
played by
/
Lea.
Mitzi.
Yes,
Pangalan niya,
Mitzi.
Mitzi. Oo.
And yung isa, si Adam, isang new generation dance nightclub type makabagong performer. Kumakanta ng live, mas nakaka-iskandalo magbihis, nananadya. So 3 generations of transgender double check ko lang transgender is everybody,
You
which
cross,
includes
right.
transvestite, transsexual. Baka yung transvestite nga hindi. Transvestite hindi necessarily
Transsexual,
gay.
iba yun eh. Transsexual
Oo,
is
yung may
Bernadette,
transvestite na hindi gay pero nagbibistida.
Right.
May ganun pa. Tapos
Right,
yung
right.
transsexual na naoperahan na. May isang naopera na X-Man siya, X-Men, si Bernadette.
Oo.
May isa nagbibihes bilang hanap buhay. May isa gay, nightclubbing, wild child.
Right.
Nagtumawid sila ng Australia, sakay-sakay ng
Outback.
isang lumang bus named Priscilla. That's the story.
That's why,
And
yeah.
they have many adventures along the way. Nasiraan, they ran into natives, they ran into intolerance, prejudice, na graffiti yung kotse nila, ng mga masasakit na salita. They made friends, they made enemies, they fought with each other, nagkaubusan ng pasensya, eventually nakarating sa kabila. And in the end, they all reached their objectives. Yung isa nag-connect sa kanyang son, yung isa nag-connect sa kanyang sarili, yung isa nag-connect kay Cupido.
That's your character.
May konting love
Yeah.
angle.
Oo.
Wonderful, wonderful adventure. Bagamat the book and the film were written by a writer who was inspired by real people, I will still say fictional character si Bernadette. Naiba sa celebrity impersonations ko. I welcomed it talaga. I welcomed the opportunity to be part of the creation of a fictional inimbentong Bernadette.
Yeah.
Nakita ko siya sa Broadway, the Broadway version.
Oo.
It ran in Australia, Broadway, Canada,
London and New York as well.
Oo, tapos Italy and Brazil.
Yeah.
This is the first Asian staging.
And the first time it's been a non-replica. They say they've allowed the Filipinos to do what they like.
Dinirect without touching the script.
Oo.
Oh, that's me! I can see Bernadette.
Yes, of course. It was
I
the night we saw
play
you.
60-something old woman na lalaki dati. It's fascinating.
What
to me,
a wonderful performance.
tumakbo na ako sa aking mga acting teacher and my writing friends. And ang first thing I did was to remind myself, bawal mag-impersonate. Huwag kang gagaya, masama yan. Cannot be. Kasi pwede mo naman daw madaliin, sabi ng teacher, pwede mo rakitin ito, pwede mo madaliin, breeze through it, you do this. You'll get away with it, but you might be missing out on an opportunity to be part of a new organic, character. You're Bernadette. Kasi in the other shows, in the other countries, nagpapalit yung Mitzi at saka yung Adam Felicia. Yung Bernadette, it's the same actor, Tony Shelton.
Okay.
Premiadong Australian actor, veteran actor, puti ang buhok. Yun yung na-nominate for Tony Award. So, fortunately, I realized I was worrying too much.
Yeah.
I was held by the hand. My director, Jaime Del Mundo, took me by the hand and took me step by step.
How did you prepare for the role? It was very challenging physically.
10 pounds. Oo,
You had to
nag-goodbye
lose
sa
weight.
10
Wow.
pounds. Nagpatibay ng legs. Some rehearsal days would be 10 hours in high heels.
Wow.
I cannot curl my toes. I have renewed respect for women.
It's
who have
tough
to wear
working in
high
those
all
heels.
day.
You
Flight
walk in it better than
attendants,
I can.
Flight attendants, people in the bangko, people in the department store, people in the fashion stores na nagwa-welcome sa'yo maghapon dyan sa mall. Come here, yung mga tatangkad
That's
na
right.
maiikli ang palda na ang tataas ng takong.
Or you had
Hindi ko
hundreds of
ma-curl
wigs.
yung toes ko kasi yung skin sa ilalim ng ball ng feet ko, makapal na.
Yeah. Imagine.
So, making sure, malaki yung stage ng Resorts World, malaki yung backstage,
Beautiful
maraming
set.
tawid, left to right, right to left, running in high heels while dressing up, while singing.
And you had like a matter of seconds to change.
Second,
Yeah,
it's an
very
incredible company.
Yeah.
Incredible company. Walang hierarchy, walang importante, hindi importante. 30 kayo na, kahit na sinasabi nila lead character si Bernadette and with the two actors will agree, walang special treatment. Pag may binuhat ka, pag may binihisa ka ibang tao, pag may kinanta kang backup vocal dun sa isang kanta, kumakanta sila habang nagbibihis.
That's how it should be.
Habang nagbibihis, habang tumatawid, kailangan alam mo kung nasan ka. Pag yung verse mo, kailangan yung boses mo. Yung mic mo naka-on. Fortunately, they chose well. The auditions were rigorous. They were thorough. Mencho Lauchenko Yulo, Michael Williams, and Jaime Del Mundo. And the Resorts World team were so thorough in choosing people who are veterans, professionals, or good soldiers.
Yeah.
Kasi we're going to run 40 straight nights. Wala ang alternate. Merong understudy, pero walang alternate. The commitment is to deliver 40 times. The same way.
Wow.
Same level of quality. And may nagsabi na-interview mo that the Filipino version brought new things to the
Yes,
show.
Jerry McQuinn, the original producer, said that. And he said of all the Priscillas he's seen, this is probably the best, he said. And in fact,
Can I quote you?
He told me that. I have it on, we'll show it on.
Wow,
We'll show
thank
that on the news. And in fact, he
Thank
said
you.
he will definitely be bringing it outside of the Philippines, baka daw Australia.
Sana,
So congratulations,
sana.
wonderful, wonderful production. And grab, I think about 4 times I cried. I mean, we were dancing, everybody was
Thank
on their
you.
feet.
It's nice to know that talaga kaya ng Pinoy.
Yeah.
Siguro nga we have a weird face. Kasi we're not really, we can really medyo look like anything. Kasi melting pot nga tayo eh. Not
Right.
quite, may konting Indian, may konting Spanish, may a lot of Chinese, merong light, may dark, may lahat ng classic. We're a nice melting pot of Asia. Yung physically, ang sarap make-upan.
Yeah.
Ang sarap ayusan. Now, of course, kung magbiyahe to later, sa mga country na merong sarili nilang set of actors, syempre meron siguro mga union issues, meron siguro mga... The same way, kung merong Rock of Ages na in-stage abroad ng mga Amerikano, dadalhin dito, parang mapapaisip tayo, bakit kayo nagpo-portray yan? Meron dito mga Filipino actors. May konting maliliit na issue ganyan siguro. Pag nasagot nila yon, why not let it be a traveling tropa of Filipino performers servicing this
Wonderful.
script?
So sa tingin mo, John Kayan, we always have Brits, Australians, Americans coming here to stage their plays. Do you see Filipino troops going out and staging their own productions?
I think so. We are used to hard work. Itong tropa of 30 performers and maybe another 30 that you do not see.
Yeah.
The stage managers, the crew. Naku, hindi ko lang talaga pwedeng masyado i-describe kung paano umaandar yung buhos.
Ang hirap.
Bawal
We
ang
can only
spoiler. We cannot.
They have to watch for themselves.
The team, the computer people, the people who take care of the images that you see. Kaya nga, from day one, from the day of the audition, From the day I saw it, isip ko, kahit Bernadette ka pa, you cannot treat this as your typical one-man show, na show mo to. Hindi, you're one of, 1/100th of the effort and 1/100th of the success and of the glory. Although, manglaglag ka and you don't do your part, nalaglag mo yung 100. We were reminded always, never let the company down.
Yeah.
Hindi ka tumawid dito at hindi ka umabot sa kabila, may isang taong hindi aabot sa gagawin niya.
Yeah.
And that is the commitment and the magic of a company, of an ensemble.
Yeah. Would you say that's how Priscilla changed you? I mean, it's always a milestone, all of your new shows.
Yes, I realized how important and unimportant I am in the same project. Na wala ka kung wala yung 99%. And hindi lang yun, ang ganda naman ng honor of saying your 1% can really do magic.
Yeah.
Galing.
Very
Nasabi
good.
ko yun.
I encourage, now everybody has to
Capable
think
ako of
about
deep
watching that. We have more deep thoughts with you, John, but we have to take another short break. News Cafe will return after these messages. Welcome back to News Cafe on the Solar News Channel with my colorful guest, Jon Santos. John,
thank
just
you.
not enough time with you now. Let's talk about your character, Bernadette, once again. One of the things you told me you really liked about that role is how she believed in second chances.
Yes, no matter how late in life. She's 60-something, but she kept on trying. The beginning of the story has her recovering from another attempt at love. I relate to that. It was important to me to find love. My life was very, very crazy. There were false alarms. There were things na akala mo totoo na. There was love one-sided. But actually, dalawang major lang sa life ko.
May heartbreak
Dalawa
ka
lang
na.
yan eh. Di ba sabi nila give and take? Dun sa isa, I was giving. Sa isa, I was taking.
Hindi siya balance.
Hindi. In the end, darating pala talaga when you learn to love yourself. That's what she did. She took stock of her life. First, she was afraid. She was petrified. Then she realized she had her life to live and her love to give, and she survived.
One of my favorite numbers, I Will Survive in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, and then pag naniniwala ka na darating at darating sa life mo ang pag-ibig, darating. Pero at some point, it comes with surrender. Nung sinurrender mo, hindi siguro darating, mahalin ko na lang sarili ko muna, tsaka dumarating. At least in Bernadette's story and in my story.
Right. Well, let's talk about your story. So in 2005, you got married to
Toronto.
Toronto, Canada, right?
We were seeing each other for about 8 months already. And tinanong nung judge, how long have you been seeing each other? 8 months. Why so soon? Most of the people in this union, these civil unions that I have officiated, have been together for years. Tumingin siya sa akin. So,
There you go. There they are. There you are. There's West.
Parang naniniguro siya. Gumanon yata ako as a joke. Kasi po kailangan na. Hindi naman. But
Baby na po kami.
it's only a little ribbon that we used around a gift that was already good enough.
Yeah.
I was surprised it happened in our lifetime. I'm surprised it happened in my generation. I don't think it will happen in the Philippines in my generation. It is something na hindi ko inasahang mangyari. It was nice to add to the statistic.
Yeah.
It was something that was, if it was too impossible or inconvenient or impractical to achieve at di namin ma-afford magpunta doon at that time at gawin yun, hindi naman namin ikamamatay.
Yeah.
We are a solid couple as far as I'm concerned. Pero this step is a nice ribbon.
Yes.
At saka, wish ko din sa same-sex couples who want to be together, whether they want to call it a civil union, a marriage, hindi ko kaya, I'm not the expert when it comes to how these things should be labeled.
Right.
Sana lang, pag dumami yan, at maging no big deal na yan, baka balang araw, mabawasan ng intolerance. Sa Pilipinas, alam kong maraming mas mahalagang batas. There are more important, tapos di nga natin masolve yung ibang mga laman ng headline na yan.
Oo nga eh.
I am aware. Education, poverty, I'm aware of all of these other laws na dapat unahin kasi hindi naman namin ikamamatay kundi kami ikasal. But I was very glad I had the opportunity to take that next step with him.
Yeah.
And I hope someday it becomes instrumental in reducing intolerance.
Yeah, well, I salute you on your choice. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, is also about making choices and respecting people's choices. So, wonderful
Yes,
example that you're setting
oo.
to do what you believe in and love.
At saka actually, even among the gay people in the story, sila rin prejudice and against each other. At natuto sila that
We all
they were
have.
also guilty of
We're all a bit guilty
among
of that.
themselves, nagle-labels din sila. So
That's right.
every day I get stupid. Every day I slip. But I would, I'd like to take one step back, 1.5 forward.
Yeah.
And I'm wiser and wiser, and I miscalculate people less, and I become better at not putting people in boxes.
Yeah.
Everybody has a good side and a bad side.
Yeah.
Live and let live.
That's it. And the point is to learn and to live and love better.
Oo,
Now, you have done one musical or play per decade. In your
Yes,
last
kasi
how
takot na
many
takot ako. I have so much respect for theater people who commit for very little money all of those 10-hour days, dire-diretso, for 3-4 months. Akala ko nun, dahil I need to respect that, magsasacrifice either yung TV work or the corporate shows. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, I can only rehearse here, dito bawal ako galawin, dito bawal ako galawin. Nandiyadyay ako masyado. These are veterans who are very good at what they do. Ang dalang-dalang mo na nga mag-play, ikaw ang pinaka-dapat i-rehearse, ikaw pa yung magpapa-importante. I thought that was going to be a problem. Then I realized so many colleagues of mine are doing theater. Yula Valdez, Aiza Seguera, Sherry Hill, Jet Pangan, they are busier than me in the mainstream. And they find time. They
to
find
make
ways
the time, no?
Napaka-instrumental din ng aking household. I have a husband who's very, very supportive. He helps me memorize. Ang Priscilla, yun ang scoring, yun ang
Sa
yun ang
bahay.
pipe in music ng bahay, di siya nagsasawa. Natututunan ko yung kanta.
Oo.
And I hope I do more.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wait another 10 years. But
Yeah.
the 3 or 4, the last 30 years were nice kasi malalaking cast lagi, and I get to meet the current batch of stage people. Nagiging
Nakakatuwa.
friends ko. Yung
Oo.
Peter Pan nun, ako nakilala si Michael Williams, Chari Arispacochaga, isang Dog Eaters by Atlantis, nakilala ko si Jenny
Dami
Hamora,
mo ng
Gerard Napoles.
barkada.
Ngayon, nakita ko na naman yung new generation, and I get to share the stage with Mencho
Yeah.
Lachenko yun. Pinky Marquez.
Yes. Well, you work on stage, television, movies. Do you have a preferred medium? Is there something you enjoy more?
50-50.
Oo.
Nandyan ang tinatawag ka pa din nung Pinoy pop culture original scripts.
Oo. O, ito na lang.
Iba yung charm nun,
I guess it's a bit different.
I like my stand-up comedy shows in little lounges where you create magic din naman with original Filipino scripts.
That's it. There's different magic
Parang
in each of those.
I
Oo.
can't really say I
Yeah.
will ever give that up.
What could you say about the industry now? Let's say theater seems to be
Naku!
burgeoning, no?
Naku!
Theater and movies.
Ang mga kababayan natin na kinakailangang mag-abroad to be in amusement parks, to be mascots, to be dancers and acrobats abroad, maybe malapit na yung time na they will not need to be abroad. They can do that here, or they can do other stuff here that they are really most passionate about. I have been a mascot and I've done children's parties and weddings. Wala sa aking masamang tinapay as long as nagpapangiti ka eh. Gets ko talaga
that's
yun.
really
Gets
your
ko. So,
advocacy.
but maybe hindi na tayo kailangan mag-abroad. Very, very soon. Sa dami ng entertainment na nagbubukas. Casino, yung iba, theater, yung iba, black box, yung iba, CCP. Ang nai-realize ko nga, tagal ko nang hindi nag-audition for a CCP project. For a PETA, makikikalampag na rin ako ng website. Maybe there are pieces that I can qualify for. Theater is alive.
You have done so much in your career, and everything is good. Life is good. You're in love. You've got a great career. What are we gonna see with Jon Santos in the coming years?
Giving back, I think.
Yeah.
Giving back. I hope I discover more ways of being useful. The industry was so kind to me. It has kicked me in the face a couple of times. Pero I was built, I think, more than I was consumed. If I could find more ways of giving back. Fortunately, once in a while, mag-iingat ako kasi bawal magbuhat. Once in a while, naiimbita ka to be part of a fundraiser for something.
You've done a lot. I've
And
seen
it's
you in
nice.
many of your advocacies.
And it's nice to know how far a few jokes can go.
That's right.
All of a sudden, may annex na pala yung gusali ng mababang paaralan ng ganito kasi nakatulong pala yung kinita ng tickets dun sa show mo.
Oo nga naman.
Itong alumni na to, magpapatawa ng isang gabi, tapos yung mga considered sold.
Right.
Alam mo yung mga ganun. It's so nice to know na your jokes can do wonderful things.
That's right. And you know, basically it's like saving the world one laugh at a time. That's what you do.
True. It could be the
It
best
brings-
medicine. It can purge out your worries. Actually, speaking of purging, sabi nga laughter is the best medicine. Ako sinabi ko na to, baka hindi nyo na magamit. LBM. Laughter is the best medicine.
That's a good
Or
one.
laughter can be
Well, John,
magbago.
unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you for the wonderful,
Oh, yes.
wonderful conversation today.
Thank you.
Now, if you have any comments on the show, you may share them on our Twitter and Facebook pages. You may also download the Solar News mobile app on your Android and iOS devices to watch News Cafe via live streaming and catch up on our previous episodes. See you next Thursday for more delicious conversations right here on News Cafe. I'm Mitzi Borromeo. Good night.
Sa karanasan ko po, tingnan ba nakasalanan natin dito? Media educators and journalists call to defend press freedom.
This corruption in media will reduce
Not have been a good move kung if you were looking for encouragement.
Yes.
And I really didn't even know. Hindi ko alam na pwede itong gawing productive, wise career plan for the rest of your life to put food on the table
Yeah.
para hindi na humingi sa magulang at bubukod ka na maaga at maghuhulog ka na bahay. Middle class, you know, the culture was you finish, you find something that can put food on the table quickly, ma-hire ka agad, tapos mag-aabot ka na. You know, that
Yeah.
kind of culture. So, performing was not going to be the most
Right.
viable
So
choice.
how
So,
did you-
office, I didn't even know what to do with it when I was taking it up. Una, business administration, then I like the accounting subject so much, I took them all twice.
Wow.
Hindi kasi bagsak ako ng bagsak eh. Tapos,
Kala ko
hindi ko mundo yung numero. So,
Oo.
nag-shift ako to a course that would allow me to stay on campus with my remaining 4 SEMs.
Okay.
Magpipink slip na ako
Yeah.
nung overstaying.
Nako.
Hindi ko naisip mag-masscom. It really is my parang chip on my shoulder that what I took up I did not use.
Yeah.
And what I do, I did not study for.
Yeah.
But now I realize I may be using economics more and more than I know.
That's true.
I was invited recently to speak to, overwhelmed na naman ako. Speak to the graduating class of the School of Economics.
Imagine
Yes,
that.
the
you see?
professors were behind me. I was talking about my journey, the student's choice. I think the theme was untraveled roads.
Fabulous. All the production numbers with the divas are just amazing. The costumes are wow.
Highly energetic, a lot of fun. Oh, the dancing was fantastic. Choreography was really great.
Yung hype, yung message, this is it. It's really more fun in the Philippines with this project.
This world-class musical is staged at the Newport Theater of Resorts World Manila and runs till the 13th of July. And it promises to be a fun performance that is sure to shake your groove thing.
Good evening. You're watching News Cafe on the Solar News Channel. I'm Mitzi Borromeo. Tonight, I have the pleasure of talking with a multifaceted entertainer, one of the most original and among the best comedians in the Philippines, known for his spot-on impersonations of personalities like Governor Vilma Santos, Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, and Chris Aquino. He is now one of the stars of the hit musical Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. A warm welcome to Jon Santos. Good evening, John.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you for
Mitzi.
being here
And
tonight.
thank you for having me. Thank you for joining us opening night.
Yes, we will
Priscilla.
talk all about that later now. We'd like to start on your career and how you got to where you are right now. Now, it may surprise many that you came from a military family. So your father and
yes.
grandfather and over the
Oo.
Were you ever pressured to join?
No, it
military.
would because I was apo number 3. I was grandson number 3. So there were 2 ahead of me who had more pressure, and they were both juniors. So with me, it would have pleased them if I was the first one, had I been the first one, but no pressure naman. No
Yeah.
pressure naman. My father was aide-de-camp to my grandfather. So his father-in-law was his boss for a while. So they were both soldiers. And
Yeah.
my mother's brothers were both from the military. My lolo was from the military. And it was such an honor very, very recently when I was part of a tribute to my lolo was a veteran
Yeah.
and was able to speak sa libingan ng mga bayani. And it felt good that I had, I had an opportunity to talk about him in his military life and
Yeah.
how he touched all of our lives, even those who didn't follow his
Yeah.
footsteps exactly.
What was it like growing up with him? Was there a lot, very straightforward discipline or?
Yes, it was.
Lot of-
It was very, very the opposite of touchy-feely, mushy, malambing,
So sabi mo,
verbal.
hindi kayo nag-I love you. You're not very
Hindi.
expressive, no?
They were formal. They
Yes.
expressed love another way, I guess.
Pero yun yung brutal.
Yes,
Ganun.
yes. And he was strict. There was, tama ba, reverent fear.
yes.
I feared them. I feared authority. He was like Von Trapp. To his children, even
Yeah.
my aunts and uncles and my
Disciplinarian.
mom. My father called him sir for a while. I could
Wow.
remember him calling him sir. So that was that.
Yeah.
But it was offset by wonderful, loving, feisty, funny women.
Yeah.
So there were
this
the
is-
very, very strict, fierce men, and there were the wonderful, loving, crazy, funny matrons.
Yeah.
So nagsanib dito.
Well, interestingly, and speaking of the matrons, your grandmother won the title of Carnival Queen in Argao.
Yes.
So that entertainment bug then
Oh, may
came.
halo palang beauty.
Oo nga, may beauty pala. So
Thank you.
nandiyan nanggaling yung celebrity
Yes.
status mo.
I'm from a family where the women married early. So, the women met their aposatuhods. So, grandmothers and grandparents and grandchildren have very special friendships. In fact, my parents now, that they're grandparents, they know na yung mga anak nila had a special bond with their parents. And they agree that, with grandchildren were this much fun, we would have skipped the kids. My grandmothers, I think, were instrumental in helping my parents understand me more. Pre-coming out.
Yeah.
The coming out happened with not so many words.
Right.
Tanggap, immersion, exposure, and then investment of time and bonding, and then it just happened.
So it wasn't such a traumatic experience.
It
No,
wasn't.
nothing like
I suspect it is not as uncommon.
Yeah. Well, you graduated with a degree in economics at UP. You wanted to be a teacher.
Hindi man lang home economics.
Home economics.
Kasi
Ano
mahilig ako
nangyari
maglaba.
dyan? Why did you decide to leave?
Middle class. My father was self-made businessman in the construction world. My mother worked in the government. So two 9-to-5 people from 9-to-5er families. Not a single performer on either side. So performing was something that would dala po ako paborito ninyong pansi.
For more than 20 years, actor and comedian Jon Santos has been gracing television, films, and the theater stage with his impersonations of politicians and celebrities to the delight of fans and admirers. He is popularly known for his impersonations of, among many others, Governor Vilma Santos Recto, former President Fidel V. Ramos, Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, and Mayor Joseph Estrada.
We are at the gala opening of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. It's cocktails, it's a big party, and we have moments helping to get everybody's groove on.
His most recent endeavor is playing the role of Bernadette in the hit musical Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Bernadette is a transsexual who, along with her two drag queen companions, played by Leo Tavaro Valdez and Red Concepcion, go on an epic adventure on their pink bus, Priscilla.
What do you think of the show? Just one word,